In the last video, I asked you to make a circle class, and I thought I would use that to show a couple of other things I wanted to talk about. First, let's look at the circle class. I have that in a file I called class definition. Here's my init, which takes the radius and stores it, making sure it's a floating point number, and puts 0 in a placeholder for area. I have a display function to output the radius and the area, and I also have a method here to calculate the area, and I needed to import math for this. So in the main program, from the class definition file, I'm importing my circle class. I'm also importing something called config, so let's look at that. This sample configuration file just has one item in it, and that's the name of the file I'm going to read. I like to use configuration files for data elements that many different modules need to access. Here I'm just using this as an example. Here's my data. We have a radius 1 on each line. Let's see how all of these multiple files come together in main. Alright, in my main program, first we're opening the file that I'm getting from config.input, reading everything in and splitting it. Lines is going to be a list where each element is a radius. And I'm going to input that list into the calc area function, which up here just creates a list of circles. So it goes through each radius that was input, creates a circle object, calculates the area, and appends it to the list and returns the list of circle objects. Then when we get back in the main program, I'm iterating through every circle in that circle list and calling the display function. And here's my output. This is a really small project, but I wanted to demonstrate how to divide and conquer so that when you write larger projects, you can break it up into logical units. The last topic I want to talk about is exceptions. Here we see we have a divide by 0 error, and Python told us exactly what kind of error it was. We can write defensive code to catch this with a try except block. So we're going to try this, and we can catch that 0 division error here, print an error message, and then we can catch anything else we're not aware of with an unexpected error here. There's a link in the online notebook for a lengthy explanation of this process. The other thing I want to mention but not talk about is regular expressions. Most languages have regular expression functionality, so you've probably seen this before. I'm not going to go over this now. I just want to point out where the information is in case you need it later. Regular expressions are just pattern matching tools for text processing. People use them because they're very fast. That wraps up what I wanted to present in this series. I hope you've enjoyed learning Python and have already started your own personal projects. Happy coding!